Well, hello, my name is Rehne. I am the CEO of Clasado Biosciences. My best advice would actually be that get into the food industry with an area you think you have an interest in, and then focusing on in that role, what is it actually you like doing in that role? And of course, that could be 10% of the role, it could be 20% of the role, it could be more. And then I think actually then look around what other jobs and roles in the food industry could have more of that. So focusing on what you actually like doing and focusing on jobs that has more of that. And then be open to explore the opportunity to change your role in the food industry and get a sense of where do you actually get the most of what you like doing. Well, I certainly think it's exciting and dynamic, and I've been in the food industry for over 20 years, in different companies, manufacturing, distribution, research, and I do think it's one of the areas that is always evolving. It's evolving with knowledge, it's evolving with science, it's evolving with manufacturing technology, literally new ingredients being discovered and developed into manufacturing. So that's one of the things what I always loved about being in the food industry is that even after 20 years, I still see the industry evolving. I still see it changing. So I don't really see that the food industry ever comes to a plateau where nothing new is happening. Well, I think actually for me, it's many extent how they applied themselves. So yeah, you might have taken an education, and of course, when you send your CV, your education is going to look application is going to look exactly the same way as everybody else's, quite likely. So for me, it's how have you applied yourself in your free time? Have you shown a certain interest? Have you acquired more knowledge in certain areas? Have you had even a few weeks summer holiday work experience? Something that shows that you actually have an interest in the area that you are applying to. Well, I don't necessarily think that you have to have a graduate. There are jobs in the food industry where it does require a graduate. So you can, well, say for our R&D departments in our company, well, they all came with a PhD. We have nutritionists, etc. But in the food industry in general, there's a lot of opportunities for apprenticeships. That could be directly be a baker apprenticeship, it could be a butcher apprenticeship, but even in the industrial side of the food industry, you can apprentice as a process operator, you can apprentice as within the supply chain. And I think in the food industry, as in many others, there are opportunities literally from the start of supply into warehousing, product development, marketing, commercial, salespeople. Most salespeople actually do not come with a graduate. That's more to do with personality, and the willingness to learn, and how they actually deal and treat other people to a large extent. So therefore, yeah, I do think there's a lot of opportunities both for graduates and for apprenticeships in the food industry. Us as a company, we are a smaller company, and manufacturing we do with external partners. So we don't offer apprenticeships in that area, but we do have interns. So we are committed to every year to take in 2 new interns into the business. Last year we had an intern on nutritionist, we had one on marketing. The nutritionist actually turned into a full-time role, so she's staying with us as a full-time. In the coming year, we're going to have a full-time marketing, and we're going to have a data analyst intern role. So we are committed to ongoingly having 2 internships in the business to give young people work experience.